Since 1988, we've not only been bringing you stories about cars and the people who drive them, but also about some of the men and women who have chosen the automotive world as a career. Well, this week, we're going to meet two women who both chose to pursue a career in the automotive industry, but they took completely different paths to fulfill their dreams.
I work at the Shell Technology Center in Houston, Texas, and the team that I work in is actually responsible for developing the formulations for North America. These are the fuel formulations for gasoline that are used both in the Canadian market and in the US market.
So I've always wanted to have my own business. It's always been a goal of mine. I was just kind of searching for something that would make it different than every other business out there. And throughout the years, just meeting a lot of really cool and talented ladies, and that kind of spawned the idea to have a business that was an all-female auto body shop. We focus mostly on restoration work and custom. We do minor collision as well. We don't do any heavy collision, and we don't do any insurance claims.
First, I wanted to be a medical doctor. However, when I did the first frog dissection in the biology lab, I decided no way. I came home and I said, I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but I can't be a doctor. I just can't bear that. Poor little frog, And so my mom said, no problem. What do you want to be? I said, I want to be an engineer.
My mom's a teacher, my dad was a police officer. I guess just being kind of a kid and watching my dad, tinker on cars, change tires, that kind of, sparked my interest a little, just hanging out with him. When I went through high school, my teacher advisor was actually the shop teacher. So I ended up taking the mechanics class and initially thinking that I wanted to be a mechanic. In my grade 12 year, I did an all-day co-op. And I actually went down to the body shop that was close to my parents, and I asked if I could do a co-op there. And they took me on as a co-op student. So within kind of like my first day there, it was awesome. And I was like, I love auto body. This is what I want to do.
I ended up in fuels after having done other jobs in Shell. And I've been doing fuels technology now for the past 15 years. So it's been really fun to actually be at the end of the line. This is the actual product that we develop and put out in the market. And I find that real fascinating to be able to be close to the consumers and understand what consumers want and be able to develop products that they will then use.
I say it's like simultaneously the best and the worst thing that I've done. I think there's days where, you feel like you're gonna conquer the world, like you're on top of everything. And then there's days where it's hard and you're here for 14 hours. And, sometimes I drive home saying like, why did I do this? Why didn't I just have a normal job? But in the end, it's worth it. I love it.
Now, there's a misconception that gasoline is gasoline, and pretty much whatever you buy is the same. However, our team has been looking at fuels and developing fuels for years. So we spend hours in the laboratory looking at different formulations, different tests, doing comparisons as well, and understanding, what is best for an engine.
Oh my gosh! Hi, Serena.
Yes, Hillary.
Nice to meet you too.
I saw all about you on the internet.
Thank you. I've heard all about you too. So the name comes from kind of the two things that we love. Iron is the cars that we work on, and ink comes from our love of tattoos.
You never think that girls this day and age are gonna choose to do this.
It's been crazy. It's been really busy. I love every day of it. But
you guys do a great job.
So this is a 1959 Chevy Corvette. It came in for a full restoration. So even on an older engine like this, would it make a difference?
Yes, definitely. If there are deposits in the engines, you would then be able to clean by switching to the high-quality fuel like Shell V-Power Nitro Plus. The additive formulation that is in the fuel is designed to coat the critical engine parts. And by coating those parts, it provides a layer of protection during the combustion process, during the engine operation. I like to encourage girls to really think about there are no limits. You can do whatever you want. You can study anything you want at school.
One word I always come back to on that is persistence. I think when you're a female in any trade that's predominantly male-dominated, is you really have to be kind of persistent and keep pushing at it. You know, you might get a lot of no's or a lot of doors closed in your face, but I feel like if you're truly passionate about it, you just kind of got to like push through and just, you know, you have the right to do it. And you have to say, I have a right to do this job, and just, you know, keep pushing your way through it and just have that willpower to keep going, and you'll get there.
Anything you want to do, even if you're the only woman in the world doing it, you can do it.